Right, this video is to help you learn how to use the popular app Google Translate, which a lot of us have on our phones. We recommend using some type of a dictionary, and this is as good as any that you'll find, but we want to help you understand how to use it properly so that it will work best for you. Just remember that Google Translate works well when you use it for 1 or 2 words or short sentences. It does not work well when you're trying to put in long sentences or paragraphs. So resist the temptation to put in whole compositions or whole sentences when you're turning things in, because Spanish instructors can recognize when something's been done with Google Translate. We're just going to look at a couple of the features on the app. One is the entering text, and then the other will be the camera. With entering text, you see that you have the option of doing something from English to Spanish, or by clicking on the directional arrows, it switches back to Spanish, from Spanish to English. So we're going to just enter a couple of words here to see how it looks. One thing that is helpful when you start typing things in to any dictionary, but Google Translate especially, is to know whether the word you're putting in is a noun or a verb or an adjective or some other part of speech like that, because then you know what kind of word to expect when you get out. So we put in the word llave, which is a noun. It gave us the translation for key. Then we click on the blue arrow there, and it gives us all the alternate translations. And that's one thing you need to be aware of, is that there are many different meanings for many different words. So you'll see here that there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 possible translations for that word, one word, llave. Okay, so you need to kind of know the context of things you're looking at. Let's look up a different one. Let's try it from English to Spanish. In this case, one of the words we want to work with is open, like keys opening doors. And so we'll see we typed in open, and the first result that it gave us is abierto, which happens to be, when we click on the more definitions, it happens to be, scrolling way down here at the bottom, it happens to be the first adjective that is there. Okay? But the first use that it provides us in the list of definitions is a verb. So you need to know, again, the parts of speech that it is that we're using. Okay? Well, now let's do an example of typing in a full sentence, not a long one. We're going to put in the words my keys. You'll see how it changes as we go along. Open. You'll see there that in the translation it gave us again the adjective. In this case we want it to be the verb, but now we add another word, which is another noun for doors. My keys open doors. Then it's switched from the adjective to a noun. I'm sorry, from the adjective to a verb once we put in the noun. Okay? So again, just be mindful and careful as you use the tool so that it will work best for you. One of the fun tools that exists on here is the camera, and that's so you can show it to, you can aim it at signs and things, and it will provide possible translations for you. This is a sign that says my keys open doors. You'll see that individual words on the top gives us different things that don't make any sense when they're together, but then at the bottom the sentence worked out for us. Mis llaves abren puertas. Now let's switch it from Spanish to English now and see how that does. And it seems to do a little better in that direction. Okay, but it's just a way for you to explore, learn new words, and it gives you a great tool to have in your hands as you're on your Spanish journey. So enjoy exploring. Adios.